The big news this weekend is the launch of Aeronautica Imperialis. Okay, so this is the new. I was going to say this is the new World War II fighter game based in the world of Warhammer 40k. It used to be in the realms of exclusive within the realms of Forge World.
Forge World, yeah.
But now it's come out of Forge World, and we have these plastic kits as Games Workshop take it on and open up yet another front in their battle with the rest of the industry to control every aspect of gaming. The question is, I wonder, will it take? I wonder, will it take, or could we possibly have a wee Dreadfleet on our hands here?
Honestly, you're going to get a big hit from the nostalgia, because Aeronautica was out once before, wasn't it, Jerry?
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, it was massive for Forge World. It'll be interesting to see how it goes, because they've rescaled this, I think. So this scales to Adeptus Mechanicus or Titanicus. But it doesn't play with it.
It doesn't matter
because it plays on a hex.
So long as it scales, because it's easy to replace the bases.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if they decided that they'd keep the scaling the same, why not make it that it could have interacted?
But here's where they could be going with this. That's an interesting decision, because the only reason I was even mentioning a Dreadfleet thing, if you remember back, Dreadfleet was a Warhammer Fantasy ship battle thing, right?
It was a nice product.
It was a nice product,
components,
but it kind of bombed. It kind of bombed
because it went nowhere. It was too self-contained.
It went nowhere, and you couldn't use it within anything else in your collection. And it really was just a one-off kind of a purchase, and so on and so forth.
People were crying out for Man of War.
Yeah.
And what they got was Dreadfleet.
Yeah. Now this, okay, I was wondering, could it go the same way? Because, I didn't see it being scaled with anything. However, if it is scaled with Adeptus Titanicus, that's a very, very interesting move on their part. Because we've all been talking about, wouldn't it be great to see Epic 40k return?
Yeah.
Here we have yet another, what would you call another piece of that
facet.
Puzzle? Yeah. Another piece of that puzzle has just made its way to us. So the hex spaces, I know there'll be some people out there that love it. Yeah. There'll be some out there that don't, and there'll be some that just don't care. Yeah. But the fact that the models are in any way scaled with any existing range gives me some hope that there's a longer term strategy behind this, and it's not just a one-off like a Speed Freaks kind of a thing where it's out and well, that's the end of it, really. Yeah.
For me, this one pulls on my heartstrings because it actually ties into one of my favorite novels from the entire Black Label range, which is Double Eagle, where you're actually following Imperial fighter pilots during an air war, and seeing how that's fought out is so different to any other book you'll read from Black Library. Yeah.
I can't wait to see these things.
I'm looking forward to it.
I really cannot wait to see these things. Ben, what do we know about it at this stage?
So the sort of core set that's going to come out to begin with is focused on the idea of the Imperials versus Orcs, as you've probably seen looking through the pictures. So the Imperials get Thunderbolts, Marauders, and Marauder Destroyers. And on the Orc side of things, you've got the Dakka Jets, which everyone will know from larger scale, 28mm, and also fighter bombers as well. So they've got some Orc stuff in there too. And the focus this time has changed around for it to be sort of a lot more narrative driven in terms of them, because they've already got the idea of like a campaign in the works. So it's all going to be set over Rin's world, and there's going to be a book that's coming out which is called The Air War Campaign of Rin's World, which will follow the sort of like the different scenarios you'll play out for that entire campaign, and you'll sort of follow your pilots and all that kind of thing, all the different scenarios there. This is also then going to come up with a whole bunch of extra boards for the game as well, and you'll also get some terrain elements for it too, which I thought was really, really cool. I think the hex-based thing is a really interesting one here because it makes the game a little bit more accessible, because you can just play it straight out of the box once you've got all the models put together, which I think is really cool. But it'll be very interesting to see where they go next with this, and obviously a big thing with anything that Games Workshop do now is you've got to see whether or not they're going to support it going forward. And they seem to have done that a lot with a lot of their games. I mean, Blackstone Fortress has seen 3 expansions now. I would imagine, Necromunda and all sorts of things, Blood Bowl, everything has got lots of expansions and lots of stuff to sort of fit the niches that have sort of grown up again within the Games Workshop hobby, which I think is really cool. So I would imagine that Aeronautica Imperialis is going to be pretty similar, considering the amount of stuff they've talked about already. Seems like a lot of stuff to put out there. Only to sort of make it self-contained kind of thing. So a lot of people are already considering what are the kind of factions we're going to see. So a lot of people want Tau in there, which would be really cool. Eldar would be amazing with some of their, fighter ships and all that kind of thing would be really awesome too. So we'll see what the future holds. But
piles
so far, a lot of people are
Crimson Fists. Piles and piles of so many Crimson Fists, you can barely get a Marauder Bomber over the top of them. They're stacked so high. That is, after all, Rin's World.
Yeah.